Transform your space into a cozy sanctuary with pleasant candles, where every scent tells a story. Whether you're unwinding after a long day or setting the mood for a relaxing evening, our hand-poured premium candles fill your home with luxurious aromas designed to uplift, soothe, and inspire. Breathe in our different scents in according with your smell taste, ranging from fresh mountain mist to beach linen, bringing the ocean breeze right to your home. And for long-lasting fragrance, try our luxurious perfume diffusers. Shop now at pleasantcandles.com and light up your senses today.
How y'all doing, and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get some for you and them little babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, click around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting the whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. Willie, they just kids. How y'all doing, and welcome. What's going on, man? Come on in, sit yourselves right on down. Seem like the numbers is real low. I think they really hating on me now. They really hating on me now. But y'all come on in. We're not going to let that stop us. We're going to put on the show, and hopefully the show be good enough so you good people can leave this thing and say, you know what? That was a good old show. That's what's up. Bam. Tennessee is up in the building. What to do? South Carolina's up in the house. Come on in. Make your way on in. Don't be afraid. Let me make sure I get that together. Let me remove that. Pop that. Share that. We screaming almost everywhere. We on the green and we on the blue also. We on the green and on the blue also. Y'all know I can't say what's what in case you're new around here. Them people be out here tripping. Them people. We don't know who them people is, but them people. We just gonna leave it like that right there. Thumbs up everywhere. No, excuse me. Thumbs up everywhere. Y'all, I've been out there barbecuing again. It ain't even no doggone holiday. I told you. I just be trying to find reasons. I'd be trying to find reasons to barbecue and stuff like that. I barbecued because, Willie, give a reason. I barbecued because I was cleaning out my freezer. I was rotating some stuff. Let me tell you how this thing worked. Messed around and read up, bought a whole new batch of meat and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then in your deep freezers, you got to rotate. So as I'm rotating, I done messed around and left 2 slabs out. Yeah. Out of the box that you get the ribs in and stuff like that right there, because I buy like multiple boxes at a time and stuff to reload. I done let it thaw out. But I thought that I had done put it inside the freezer, but it hadn't thawed out. And you know, like once that meat thawed out, it's you got to use it. You really got to use it. And I'm not sad. So I used it. So it's on the grill now. Man. It tastes good too because it's almost over. It's going to be done. It's going to be done before we finish. I got to hit that 205. Got that 203 to 205 by them ribs. Man, kill yourself out here. Well, we don't like to use the word kill. Just gonna have a good time. You know, sometimes it falls short of glory, but other times it be right on time. For real. New York is in the building. What it do? California is up in this thing. What's happening? Salute Dallas is up in it. Shout out to Texas. Y'all still going through a little something. The numbers increasing. Say Monday Madness full of good mamas. Hell yeah, for real though. We gonna talk about a little something. Sure enough is. Say meat falling off the MF and bone. That's a fact. I don't
if it's not falling off the bone, I will not eat your ribs. I don't play like that right there. I do not mess up. I do not throw away calories. I don't throw away calories for unnecessarily tough meat. I don't do the tough meat thing. It got to be when I got out there and just pull the bone back like lightly. Like I could do it with just one hand. I could grab it and tuck and grab and then pull that thing like that right there. It's not mush. I don't do the mushy soft. I don't do like the mushy where shit just really, really be falling apart. I just grab that thing and just pull off. Oh, Jesus. Make me want to smother them things. For real, though. For real. You say many of us barbecue even if it's not a holiday. That's what I be talking about. I like to fire my grills up. Sometimes I like to fire them up with nothing in them. I just put a piece of wood in that thing and just let that thing just cook. You know what I'm saying? Just let it heat up. I spray it down, stuff like that when I do that there, though. I just like to go ahead on and just, you know what I'm saying? Fire them on up. I feel like I'm doing so. I feel like a man. Listen, ladies, you ain't got no man. Damn it, your man ain't no man if he ain't got a grill. Now, it's a difference if you stay like in a big old condo or something like that and y'all can't barbecue on the patio. That's real ghetto. But if y'all not living in like no big condo and there's a place for you to barbecue, if your man ain't got no little grill, come on, dog. I know he live by himself. Listen, I told y'all I got all size grills. I even got the little one that you take to the beach. I even got the little one, right? That when you go out there fishing and shit, if you do not want to fry it with some grease and all that stuff, which you can fry on mine too. I just like the grills and put the pot on there, put a little grease on there, put a little fish in. But I got the grills about this small. I put some charcoal in that thing and just go for it. If I just want to make like 1 or 2 hamburgers, I just pull out the little bit of that grill. You know what I'm saying? I like the grill. I like the barbecue. I like to sit outside sometime and let that sun work on that melanin. You say, I got a hibachi. I got the 36-incher. I got the 36-incher. I got the flame broiler. I got a smoker. I got the mini. I got the double grills. I got the one to where it's propane and charcoal. I got one of those. I got my big 250-gallon. Got that one out there. Got my smoker. Got my flat top. Got the Blackstone. Boop, boop, boop. We big pop, pop, pop. Doing all that flat stuff right there. And I got the little bitty grill. And then I got the circle charbroil grill. Yeah, dog. Yeah, I'll be outside. Barbecue when I get ready. I don't give a damn. I have barbecued as late as 10 o'clock at night. I'm just putting the meat on at 10. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got to do me a brisket, though. Got to do me another brisket. Say the 281 Houston, Texas up in the building. What it do? Y'all, we at the 56 likes and 12 after the hour. I think because they're sending out notifications or they may be not sending out notifications really, really slow. We're not going to wait on the 100. I'm not going to wait on y'all. I'm not going to force you good people who always support me tonight to wait on 100. We just gonna go ahead on and jump on into it. Say the 405 OKC, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. What it do? Ooh, I folded up some. I said that I'm gonna talk about this right here. Question. A lot of y'all have women in your household. A lot of y'all women is in your own household, so you a girl. Females in the household. I'm finna ask a adult question. I'm finna ask a real adult question. A lot of y'all, this may touch you wrong, but I'm not afraid to ask the question. Why is it a problem for the males in the household to see the females in the household in underwear and bra? I'm gonna wait on your answers. Shout out to Weedy 504 for the $2 super chat. Say got my notification from that and that. You say none from YT. Okay. Shout out to them. I don't want to say the names. Because y'all know how they be acting towards me out here in these streets. But look. Did y'all get my question? I say, question, where's the Moist Monkey candles? Listen, I need for y'all to be buying the Mr. Good Meat candle too. Because y'all socked me up and told me to go ahead on and create one. I created one. We still getting orders on it, but I believe that the orders should be higher than that. You know, but it's been doing kind of sort of, but it should be more than that. I'm just saying, I need support around here. They say, can you ask the question again? Because I didn't understand. All right. Listen. Well, let me ask the question different. But I know the why? Because I know that people consider this wrong. Why is it wrong for the males in the household to see the females in the household in their bra and panties? Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash app. Say no notification from YT. I did, man. Told y'all, boy, they hating on me heavy, but this is why I depend on you good people for the share button. Y'all got to hit the like and the shares, man, to let these people know regardless if y'all gonna send them on out, we still want to watch a player. You know what I'm saying? He said because their mothers walk around in front of them exposed to like this. Well, that right there be going on. The ladies don't have a joystick. They don't have a joystick. Bam. No. Just in general. I believe that is looked at as wrong all across the country. This question is not just black folk. This is just in general. In general, with human beings. He say, damn, I got no notification. They doing something bad to me. Nobody's gonna answer. We're not getting no answer. But anyway, look at Sabrina. Thinking it through. You say, is there any difference than wearing a bathing suit? That's what I'm finna get into. Do y'all know that the mothers can't, it's deemed inappropriate, what it says to be inappropriate if a mother walks around in bra and panties, and it's deemed inappropriate if the daughters walk around with bra and panties. You say, I tried and I still came up the same way that mothers walk around in front of their male children without bra and pants. You say without? Walked around in front of their male children. Walked around in front of the male children with, with drawers and panties. Oh, yeah. Say, Willie, who you done pissed off again? YT on your neck. I ain't even much said nothing. Bad. I was listening to something over the weekend, and which I've been had the thought, but I was reminded because somebody else was saying something about it. And I say, well, yeah, which is really, really stupid. Do y'all know that's how much... What is the word called when they teach people in school? What is the A word? I think it's an A, to where you have been taught a certain way. What is that word that they put on us that to where they say like the government is taming our minds or something like that right there? What is that A word? I think it's an A word. To where they pushing something on you. What is that word, y'all? Where they push indoctrination. I keep saying the A word. It's not a doggone A word. It's an I word. I'm thinking about an A. But my bad. I am so sorry. You say assimilation. Yeah, close. But indoctrination. We have been indoctrinated to where we don't even think. We don't even think. And it's crazy. Women not supposed to walk around the children inside their own household in bra and panties. It's deemed inappropriate. And girls not supposed to walk around in bra and panties. It's deemed inappropriate in front of the brothers and the fathers and shit. But they can go outside in a 2-piece bikini, man. And that's appropriate. When I tell you we have been trained and we do not even question it. We removed the post. I don't want to know why. Yeah, we have been trained and we do not even question it. I was like, look at somebody thinking like me out here in these streets. It just be the little simple stuff. It just be the little simple stuff like that right there. I just be thinking like, did y'all know this right here too? Watch this. If a little girl, or if a girl gets, let's say a bump. Let's say a bump in the crease of the leg, the inner thigh, and right by that is the vagina, but in the inner thigh, right? And it's hurt, but it just can't see it. Like, oh my God, like what's the problem? Oh, she can go to her mama. Yeah. It's appropriate to go to the mother, right? It's appropriate to go to the mother. It's inappropriate to go to the father. This is crazy. Everyone is getting dressed. Mom might walk around in her brassiere and half a slip before dressing the children. Yes, you right. But what I mean about walking around, walking inside the house, room to room, chilling, just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? That's deemed inappropriate. Getting dressed is a totally like people look at that as different. Getting dressed, okay, she getting ready for church, she getting ready for work, so that's more understandable. Got it. I mean, just walking around. Just walking around. He said, my daughter and her aunts walk around the house like that. Yeah. Watch this. Another one now, right? So that bump between the legs. The daughter can show the mother. Fine. Can't show the father. It's inappropriate. Watch this. But that same bump, you can show to a stranger, which is a doctor. And the doctor is male. And we're all comfortable. You say, unless there's no mother in the home. Yeah, but think about our process, our thought process. It's okay to show mama, not okay to show daddy. Why? And then it'll go to, just like I said, but that same bump, if it has like a real bad complication to that little bump, we'll go take the girl to the doctor and let a male doctor look at the spot in the place to where the father couldn't even look. A stranger. Who would typically go to bat for the daughter? Who would typically die for the daughter? The father. I just want y'all to just think about it now. But we have been trained, indoctrinated. You say, Willie be getting high and writing this stuff down for the shows, y'all. Listen, I thought about this last night. So I did write it down. just this. Well, I got something else that I do want to say just a little bit later too. Something that you may not even know. Something that I didn't know until I had to find out on Friday because it was brought to my attention. He said, not my daughter. He said, I'm asking for a female doctor. Well, yeah. But doctors has been primarily males. It's more females now. Like it's a lot more females now. But I still think that there's more male doctors than female doctors. I think. You say, for one thing, the way I was raised, you showed your dad respect. My mom took care of all of them types of things. My dad was military and he didn't have time for it. But listen, I can believe that your mom and dad was indoctrinated like that there too. Because they was trained that mom take care of everything. You're not supposed to show your dad. That's training. You say, Willie, if it's a male doctor now, they have a nurse in the room. Yeah, now, but primarily from back in the days, they had no issue. They had no issue with taking the child to see a doctor, which is a stranger, and a lot of times was males. I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing stuff out. I'm just pointing it out. My point being, the fathers has been demonized for so doggone long. He said it's okay because the doctor has been desensitized from looking at bumps all day, every day. Got to be more careful. My mom told us how our bodies are like temples. That's what's up. You say, we were brought up on morals and values. Yes. Yes, the majority of us was brought up on mothers and values, but for what I just said, it just shows me that men have been demonized. Again, it's inappropriate. Listen to the word. It's inappropriate for a father to do it. To look, to observe, be like, oh my God, let me see. Oh, hell no. That's a bad thing. Why? I know what y'all thinking. I know what you're thinking. That's why I asked the question. A lot of y'all think, well, maybe because dad's is touching on the girls. You may got a point. But y'all know the reality of it is, mothers touch on the girls too, and we don't give a damn. We know mothers touch on children, but mothers are still not demonized. Just giving you something to think about. It's like, strange. But the indoctrination is for real. You say, Willie, I never could understand why women say they prefer a male doctor more than a female doctor. Oh, watch this. Because I started hearing it too once I was in like my late teens and my early 20s. I went to hearing more women say that too. Well, the teens and then the women went to say, I actually went to hearing it, and they was like, because they don't like the way the females touch them. The female doctors, a lot of them didn't like the way the female doctors touched them. So it goes back to also when I just said that mothers be touching on the daughters too, but they don't get demonized. Women be touching, female doctors be touching on these females. We know it. They don't get demonized. So it's pretty much, regardless of what women do in general, they don't get looked at as the bad person, and they do it way more than men. Because why? They have more access. You say, really, I used to do healthcare work and we had to wash the women up there. Wash the women up there was inconsistent. Damn it. And yes, I had to touch the women, and I got in and get out, get in and get out. Oh, incontinent. They said my nephew is. Damn it, I pronounced the word wrong. I'm trying to read the shit. He said my nephew is raising his 8-year-old daughter, and he is comfortable. And she is comfortable with showing her daddy everything. Yes. See, now this is the new stuff. This is the new wave of life. This is the new wave because we're having more daughters being able to, and I think daughters stop being comfortable after they hear in society that there's something wrong with it. You say you was close enough when, in other words, I had to wash up a lot of my of my women clients, and you have to hurry up and wash them up and get away. That's what's up. Oh man. Yeah. Damn it. We at 92. Damn, it's 7:30. 7:30. We at 92 light, man. Let me go on and talk about some news real quick. I am so sorry. I'm not even finna. I'm gonna hit on this one right here real quick. I'm not even gonna let the whole thing play, just to give y'all a little quick update. Let's run on out here to Texas real quick for like a minute.
Tonight, at least 90 people are dead in Texas after catastrophic flash flooding.
On Friday, the National Weather Service said 5 to 10 inches of rain caused the Guadalupe River to overflow.
So now they say 5 to 10 inches. 5 to 10 inches caused it to grow. Remember, they said that it raised 20 feet. That's what they said. It raised 20 feet. Somebody said that the wall is 30 feet. It raised up to 20 feet. They just said 5 to 10 inches made the whole thing flood. Then it should have stopped flooding after. Why did it flood so much? It was just 5 to 10 inches. Go.
This is drone footage. You can see just how high the raging water got.
And this is the video from the ground level where search efforts are still ongoing.
Right now, dozens are still unaccounted for, including 10 girls from a summer camp. Nydia Cabezos is in Texas with the latest on the search and rescue efforts.
I just had a thought. I just had a epiphany. Let me show y'all something. I'm thinking it through, right? This is a rectangle, right? This is the wall. Let's just say this is the wall, right? This is the water. Let's say that the water is halfway. It rained. The water came up, right? They said that the water was raging water. If it came over a wall, and that's what flooded, right? Watch this. It rained for like 45 minutes hard, 5 to 10 inches of rain. It was down here. And if it's raining, the water comes up. And the water will just run, right? It'll come over the wall, right? And it'll just run. But it wouldn't be raging. Oh, I ain't got no sound on Rumble? Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, why did I do that? I messed all that there up. I'm so sorry. I hope y'all can hear me now. The whole doggone time, I just was not paying no attention. Oh, and I said the word. My bad. I want you to listen. He said raging water. The water's here. It rained. It overflows. But it's raining 5 to 10 inches. It overflows. So now the water gets up here, but then it's just going to start coming over. It's not going to be raging. The only way, I want y'all to think about this. The only way in my mind the water rages is if the wall broke. Is that just me? Did I just solve the issue? Huh? You say you right, Willie. The water is still over. The water is still over. And you into parent, you say you got to start raging because the river is raging. Listen. It's rising.
Now, dozens are still unaccounted for, including 10 girls from a summer camp.
Hold on.
Nydia
Say it
covers
again.
just how high the raging water got.
And this is the
Damn it. Back it up.
flash flooding.
On Friday, the National Weather Service said 5 to 10 inches of rain caused the Guadalupe River to overflow.
It caused a river to overflow. And it's raging.
This is drone footage. You can see just how high the raging water got.
And this is the video from the ground level where search efforts are still ongoing.
Right now, dozens are still unaccounted for, including 10 girls from a summer camp. Nydia,
It's kind of like if you have like a bowl of milk and you go to pouring the milk in and then the milk fill up the bowl. The water's just gonna rise and just run out. It's not gonna be raging is my point. Raging is the water's rushing. The water is rushing. Something fell.
Cabezos is in Texas with the latest on the search and rescue efforts.
My bad. I'm just messing.
Nydia Cabezos is in Texas with the latest on the search and rescue efforts.
This time-lapse video shows how quickly a river in Kingston, Texas rose in just a few minutes on Friday. Search and rescue teams say they're finding bodies up in trees, including at least one of the girls from Camp Mystic.
We found 2 young girls up near the Hunt store, and then about 10 o'clock we found another little girl wrapped up in debris in a tree.
More than 24 campers and counselors from Camp Mystic died in the flooding. It's just one of many children's summer camps along the Guadalupe River, where mountains of debris, including man-with cars, now sit.
From Hunt all the way to Comal County in a straight line distance is over 100 kilometers. This is a massive feat.
Y'all believe that was rain? I don't. Well, I know that it's not rain because it's the river. But the rain overflow. I don't.
Field that is happening, and again, this is unprecedented flood events.
Flash flood and evacuation alerts from the National Weather Service went out in the middle of the night when most people were asleep.
We had first responders that were getting swept away, actually responding to the first areas of rainfall. That's how quick it happened.
More than 800 high water rescues have happened since the flooding began.
It was scary.
As floodwaters destroyed Scott Walden's house, he and his wife had no other choice but to go outside.
I grabbed my wife and we literally jumped in the water and it swept us down to about 200 feet down that way. And there was a crepe myrtle tree that we grabbed hold of and we waited for rescue.
What? Wait, I can't. Not today. It was raining so hard. We was in the house. I grabbed my wife to come out the house and we jumped into the water. In the river water? But hey, hold on, pimp. You just ain't gonna tell us anything.
Since the flooding began.
It was scary.
As floodwaters destroyed Scott Walden's house, he and his wife had no other choice but to go outside.
I grabbed my wife and we literally jumped in the water and it swept us down to about 200 feet down that way. And there was a crepe myrtle tree that we...
Why would you come out the house? What did their house move? Or, damn it, did his house float away or something? I'm so confused.
It
was scary.
As floodwaters destroyed Scott Walden's house.
It destroyed his house, so I am guessing that this is his house, but this was like the platform that his house sat on. So if this is the platform, this is the house. The house did not go anywhere. You brought your wife and jumped your hot ass out there in the water. I want y'all to think it through. The house, okay, is moving, so in my mind, their house is on the trailer. Or their house got wheels and shit like that. It's not bolted down. You know what I'm saying? Got it. This is the platform that the house sits on. This is the house. The house just moved to the end of the house. You come outside. Come on, Catherine. And jump your ass in the water. The house didn't go nowhere except for to the back of the house. That wasn't a good idea.
He and his wife had no other choice but to...
Look, it moved off the platform. The house, the water moved it off the platform. Got it. Why y'all jumped in to take a ride around the corner?
go outside.
I grabbed my wife and we literally jumped in the water and it swept us down to about 200 feet down that way. And there's a crepe myrtle tree that we grabbed hold of and we waited for rescue.
The risk of life-threatening flooding is still high in Central Texas, with more rain on the way.
Look at that, though. I don't understand. Okay. So you say, hold on. You say I live in Louisville, Kentucky, right by the Ohio River. And yes, when the river rises and then the floodgates, it overtakes us and it loves us. You say it overtakes us and it, So, maybe I don't know how this stuff works, but listen. Y'all been saying that it's a wall. This is what y'all been saying. I'm taking your word that it's a wall. Now you say the floodgates. Is it that when the water rises, the floodgates open? Is that what y'all telling me that has happened? When the water rises, the floodgates open. That makes more sense to me. If there's floodgates and it opens, that makes sense. But I have been listening to y'all words saying it's a wall. And telling me the water rises and the water comes over the wall. I don't see how that is raging water. I'm confused. Somebody educate a player.
With more rain on the way.
Look at that shit. Look.
President.
All that, damn it, all that water could not have came over the wall.
With more rain on the way.
A floodgate makes sense to me. You say the floodgate stops the Ohio River. So that means the floodgates opens. I'm just asking for understanding, y'all. Right, so the wall broke open. This is my whole thing. This is my whole thing. The wall had to break, a hole in that, or something like that right there for that water to be rushing like that. You can't just have me believing that the water it rained so much that the water just came over the damn wall and now it's raging water. It just don't sound right to me. Anyway, move right along. We're going to Chicago. Oh, we going to the Chi. Which one was this one right here? So that was from June. That was the 6th. That was July the 6th. And this was 2 days ago and the day the 7th. So we're going to do this one first. And then because it's two by the same story, say no Amber Alert. It wasn't no Amber Alert. You say the wealthy people stay close to the water anyway. I bet he got a lot of flood insurance. You say, Willie, Google how the floodgates work. Ooh. How do the floodgates work? Well, how do floodgates work? Floodgates primarily work by creating a barrier to block or control the flow of water, either preventing flooding or regulating water levels. They can be they can be manually or automatically operated and comes in various designs, including sliding gates, flap gates, and even more complex systems. I'm gonna tell y'all out there, I think somebody opened the gates. Man. It remind me of Hurricane Katrina. The levees blew. That's what's up. We don't want to get into that right now. Let's go on to Chicago real quick. We have a woman who stabbed 3 kids. A woman stabbed 3 kids, one fatally, and set the home on fire. Go ahead.
An investigation underway tonight into a deadly incident in Logan Square. Firefighters responding to a fire discovered 3 children inside, all of them stabbed multiple times.
One has died, another is in critical condition. WGN's Andrea Medina is live in the 3600 block of West Palmer Avenue. Andrea.
Hi, Hi, Jackie and Ray. Well, crews have actually finished up boarding up the building that actually burned, and the top unit neighbor tells us that the neighbor below her acted strangely, but she never expected her to do something so horrible. Now, she and other residents call the situation devastating after a young boy was killed in a violent attack.
I literally told him yesterday, I was like, I don't feel comfortable living here with like our downstairs neighbor.
Dorothy Katz, who has lived in the 2-story brick building in Logan Square for 2 years, says she shared this worry to her boyfriend, never imagining the havoc that would unfold on Friday morning.
She stabbed all our kids and set the house on fire.
Katz says she and her neighbor rarely spoke, making what happened all the more surprising. She was in bed when the fire alarm suddenly went off. Moments later, she heard windows shattering and knew she had to run. Video from the Citizen app shows thick smoke pouring from the building near Palmer Street and Lawndale Avenue. Inside, first responders discovered 3 children who had been stabbed with a knife. Chicago police say a 45-year-old woman was behind the attack and then set the home on fire. A 4-year-old boy was found with stab wounds to his chest. He was rushed to Stroger Hospital in critical condition, but later died from his injuries.
Rest in peace to the little boy. Like, he did not deserve that. He was a sweet kid.
A 10-year-old boy suffered wounds to his right arm.
So if he wasn't a sweet kid, is she saying that he would have deserved it?
A 13-year-old girl had injuries to her face, chest, and back. The boy is expected to recover, but the girl is fighting for her life.
You never want to hear that anyone's life is taken, especially a child.
The fire quickly spread to a neighboring yellow home, causing significant damage to its roof. Katz says she ran back inside the building to save her cats and lizard, but later had to be hospitalized for smoke inhalation.
That baby went in and got her lizard. The lizard. Got to be more careful. Was it an iguana?
A 34-year-old man was also taken to the hospital for the same thing. At this time, investigators have not confirmed whether the children are related to each other or to the suspect. Neighbors, however, say it was a mother who turned on her own children. As investigators continue to search for answers, those in the neighborhood are calling it a heartbreaking tragedy.
A mother turned against her children. They say turned against.
For 3 kids for this to happen, it's devastating.
Now, police have not released the motive behind the stabbings and the fire, but they have confirmed the 45-year-old woman is in custody. We're live in Logan Square.
Okay. So we holding them. We holding her for now. Let me slide this, slide that. Bam, let's see what we got.
A mother accused of stabbing her children, killing one of them, then...
So it is a mother.
Breaking news update. A mother accused of stabbing her children, killing one of them, then setting their house on fire will remain behind bars. Our Sharday Gray was in court as the woman made her first appearance before a judge.
The assistant state's attorney says 45-year-old Wendy Tolbert stabbed her son, 4-year-old Jordan Wallace, 36 times.
Damn.
Tolbert was visibly shaken.
Did it say 4? He was 4?
Tolbert stabbed her son, 4-year-old Jordan Wallace, 36 times. Tolbert was visibly shaken as the prosecutor read the proffer. A friend of the family says they are in utter shock learning these new details in court.
Why the 4-year-old got stabbed 36 times? What's up with the 4-year-old? They must got different daddies.
We all is surprised and it shocked everybody.
Anthony Dobbs says he's known 45-year-old Wendy Tolbert his whole life, and to find out she stabbed all 3 of her children was devastating.
I thought this was a dude. I kept saying this picture. I keep seeing this picture here on my social media, but I thought that this right here was a dude. But since it's a her, hit that baby pat on the back because she got a real.
And it shocked everybody.
Anthony Dobbs says he's known 45-year-old Wendy Tolbert his whole life, and to find out she stabbed all 3 of her children was devastating.
It's just shocking. You know, it's so heartbreaking to hear the judge and everybody say what she did, but it's really messed up.
Prosecutors say on July 4th, Tolbert's 10-year-old son was sitting on the floor playing video games. His 4-year-old brother was laying on the floor next to him. Prosecutors say out of nowhere, Tolbert came out of the kitchen with a knife and stabbed the 10-year-old on the arm. The 10-year-old ran to the stairs, turned around, and saw the 4-year-old was trying to run. Tolbert followed and...
Damn, look at the 4-year-old!
Stabbed the 4-year-old. The 10-year-old ran to a room next to his 13-year-old sister's room to plot their escape. As she was calling police for help, Tolbert banged on the door, then stabbed her daughter multiple times in the face, neck, and chest. When officers arrived, they saw Tolbert with a knife in one hand and burning paper towel in her other hand. Officers rescued the children from the burning building, and one officer had to be treated for smoke inhalation.
So they ain't shoot a bit? No, this should have just shot on GP.
Prosecutors say she admitted to police she stabbed her children because they were possessed by the devil.
All right. Did God tell her to do it?
The fire spread to another building, injuring 2 neighbors. The public defender says she has no criminal history, suffers from mental health issues, and is diagnosed with cancer.
She was scared of everything, so I can understand. She didn't even like knives or none of that.
Say that baby ain't like knives. She didn't like knives or none of that, but she was able to go in the kitchen or wherever she had done went to and grab the knife. She didn't like knives, but she had knives in her home. Huh? This what we gonna do? Just because you know a bitch don't mean that you know a bitch. You know what I'm saying? She had, and this is all a part of talking about DCF and accountability. This is literally about, this is really, it all goes in with DCF and accountability. She has mental issues. Guess who still can parent the children?
To police, she stabbed her children because they were possessed by the devil. The fire spread to another building, injuring 2 neighbors. The public defender says she has no criminal history, suffers from mental health issues, and
still can be a parent. We ain't finna come in and take the children away. Nothing. No. She just suffered from a little mental health. So we have been labeling shit. Whatever happens, especially dealing with women, we have been putting women on this mental health spectrum. This is what we've been doing. And we've been doing this for like a few years now, right? We've been heavy on it. But why is they still able to keep their children? The argument may be, well, we want to keep the family together. But that bitch crazy. That ain't crazy. She has this thing called mental health problems, issues, meaning she'll stab her churn 36 times and set the house on fire. This is what they do. I've done so many stories, mothers harming and killing their children, and we end up with, well, you know she had mental health problems. Really? All y'all knew she had mental health problems? All y'all, and y'all been having this bitch at the barbecue and everything, huh? Y'all been having her at the family reunion, damn it, the 4th of July parties and shit, right? The Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit. She been having mental health problems? She get to keep all 8 of her children, though? The daddy's on child support. Got it. But she get to keep them all? Daddies went to fight for custody and all, but she get to keep them because y'all want to keep the family together. Got it. Say, well, they been holding her down. Say, what's your medication, Willie? Man, this is crazy. Not too mentally ill to get housing, go shopping, have children, and start fires, etc. Stabbed 36 times. Yeah. Look at her. I finna say, look at Buddy. Old player right there.
The public defender says she has no criminal history, suffers from mental health issues, and is diagnosed with cancer.
She was scared of everything, so I can understand. She didn't even like knives or none of that.
None of that shit, dog. She used to cut her steak with butter knives and plastic forks and shit. Yeah. They say, Willie, do you remember doing the story of the woman who put her baby churn in the oven? Yup. Sure enough. They said that she had mental issues too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Say, Willie, look at that. She have a real tear. That baby got a real tear in her eye. Hold on. She got 2 tears. Look at her. Oh, she's heartbroken. Yeah. Say, knuckle, just lying out here. She need my knife. Knives. No, she would never.
And is diagnosed with cancer.
She was scared of everything, so I can understand. She didn't even like knives or none of that. So it's just shocking.
The judge says her actions were pure evil. He says she poses a real and present threat to her family, neighbors, officers, and firefighters. Tolbert will remain detained. Reporting at Layton Criminal
I say give her a bond. Give her a bond, put it back in the community.
Courthouse. Sade Gray, CBS News, Chicago.
This is why I say give her a bond and put it back in the community, because she's been in the community for forever. She has no criminal history, so she hasn't spent time outside of the community as far as going to jail. She didn't harm none of the civilians in the community. I say let her bond out. Just tell her you can't go to the hospital and visit the kids and nothing like that right there. But let her get back in the community. Let her get back in the community with the mental health problems that everybody know that she had. She's really no threat to the community. To her children, I give you that. She still love them though.
The Department of Children and Family Services says the family has never received services from the state agency and is working with law enforcement on this incident. The 13-year-old girl is still in critical condition and the 10-year-old is out of the hospital.
DCF had never had, they ain't had no case with this baby. Got it. So then that means to tell me that the mental health professionals and DCF, which is Department of Children and Families, and or CPS, Children Protective Services, they need to be linked in with one another. Postpartum strikes again. You say, Willie, you being soft on it. No. Let that baby out. No. Listen, she wasn't a problem in the community. The only ones that she have a problem with is her children. I don't know what the children did. The 4-year-old probably really looked like his daddy. 4-year-old probably but she did say that they had demons and shit. They demons and stuff, spirits in them or something like that right there. So I'm finna go out and stab them out. And at what point does it seems like everybody, or every time somebody's stabbing up their kids, they said the ones who say that they had demons and spirits in them and they was told to do the killing or the stabbing. Why is it that we believe that we can kill the demons? Think about it. Demons is this thing called spirits, right? The demons, spirits, and stuff like that right there. A spirit or spirits. We know before we have a mental problem that we can't kill demons. Now we know this right here. Shout out to the people who believe in the demons and all that. So we know we can't kill a demon, right? We know, especially with a knife, we can't kill a demon like with a knife. If anything, we have been indoctrinated and led to believe that we have to use like this sprayed over water. W2, I say W2, I'm thinking about jobs and shit. H2O, I was trying to spell it out. H2O, blessed H2O, get rid of the demons, and we say words and stuff like that, and the demons, they get on from around there. Got it. We've never seen, I want y'all to think about this, we have never seen, never came raised up in history to where we saw in any movies or anything that lets us know you can stab and or shoot a human and get the demon out of the human. Why do they all do this same exact thing? All of the ones who stab up their children and blame it on they had demons, they all stabbed up their children. They all had the same excuse. They had demons. And y'all do the same shit. Like, ain't none of y'all got no guns. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not understanding. But where do we get that thought process from? Even if you now is mentally ill, you don't have that in your subconscious to stab out demons. You never saw that before. But y'all got the same damn thought. I just don't be getting it. He said they have children that they never wanted. I'm in agreement. I try to tell y'all, that's where I believe the postpartum is. What the postpartum is. They had their goddamn baby and they just like, ugh. Damn, I ain't want this baby. I wanted him. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him and he didn't want me and all that. Oh, say, why is it always demons and not werewolves, not Dracula or Frankenstein? Right. It's always these damn demons. Huh? Say, I want the exorcist to come out. Bam. You say, then the spirit goes to another body. They don't shoot ghosts in movies. Nope. Yeah. They don't shoot the ghosts in movies. We don't stab the spirits and the ghosts, whatever. We pray them away. They pray them away. Special water. Pray them, throw the water and they fizz up. Or is that the vampires? Damn it, it's something like that right there. But it's the exorcist stuff. Now we stabbing our children because of demons. I think that y'all got to think this stuff through when y'all be killing your kids, man. And or attempting to kill the children. I just have no idea. I have no idea. Rosemary Baby Willie, do you remember that? Yes. A matter of fact, I was gonna watch that the weekend, and I messed around and fell in the Jaws. I fell in the Jaws. Jaws, the shark. I fell in the Jaws, y'all. Oh, did y'all know? Watch it. And if y'all just not coming on in, we screaming summer everywhere. We on the green. We screaming in the green and in the blue. Yes. And from one of our last stories, a comment came in. He said them houses are sitting on bricks, no foundation. Got to be more careful. But it's a good thing that the house didn't float away. They just found it. Well, a player was trying to lead. He grabbed a little la-la. Let's go swimming. And jumped on the water. You know what I'm saying? He say Rosemary got hunched by the devil. And say, Pastor, would you do an exorcism? No, I got shit to do. No. No. I be like, hey, watch it. If the demon got you, I'm just a mere human. I don't have powers like that. I don't have powers. If the demon got you, I'm just waiting on you to leave Earth. So the check can be in the mail. 'Cause I can't do nothing else for you. You say, is the demon excuse the same as he was controlling and he narcissist excuse? Maybe. You say, what was her name? Willie Jaws? No. I watched the movie Jaws. Did y'all know Jaws is 50 years old? Bitch, Jaws is older than me. Jaws came out in 75. June the 20. Jaws dropped out here in these streets. Shout out to U-Way. For the $1 cash out. You say mental health is a demon possession. Ooh. You might got a point right there. Yeah. And then I watched Jaws 2. I watched them back to back. I was sitting down for a good little minute. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this is so enjoyable. It was so enjoyable. It was so peaceful. And then I did some research. Did y'all know that Jaws was filmed in Martha's Vineyard? I didn't know that. Oh my God, I be looking up stuff. That's what's up. But it was so good. It didn't have like a lot of spectacular special effects and all that flashy. It was what I grew up on. It was just a regular smegular type movie. You know what I'm saying? And it was just so, it wasn't all that hip hop shit. Like, it wasn't no hip hop in there. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't all that cussing for no reason and shit. You know what I'm saying? But me, because I ladies and stuff like that right there, and it's shot 90% on the beach, on the in the water. So the ladies, they have to have on bathing suits and stuff. I'm so nasty. Listen. Shout out to the people back in 75. Did y'all know the only fat people? Did y'all know the only fat people was the elderly? Well, not elderly, but the older. Well, the elders. Like 50s and 60s and shit like that right there. Those was the only big people. The younger people, you might seen a man probably like in his 30s or something like that right there with a little size on him. But big women, the only big women was older women, like 50s, 60s, shit like that right there. Say no GMO foods, you got a point. You got a point. I'm looking at the little bathing suits and little bathing suit bottoms and stuff like that right there. I was like, look at there. Look at there. It's a lot of no booties. It's a lot of no booties in there. I promise you them things like that. But they look sexy like from the side. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them ladies with like no booties and stuff and still look sexy at a certain angle. You know what I'm saying? She probably got a cute face, and that's really what you pay attention to. Don't let that bitch turn around. Don't you turn around not damn time. If you was a booty man, you know what I'm saying? She said it flat back and yeah. But just to watch the human beings and the conversation with males and females and how they spoke to one another and the looks and the girls weren't afraid to get their hair wet. And I'm just saying though, it took me back to my childhood. I was like, oh my God. Back when Jaws was scary as hell, y'all. Listen. I was listening to it, and I kind of. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all. I got a little scared at first, and then I was like, "Tighten up, be a man, stand strong. You scared of no damn shark, and you ain't in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm outside the water. I ain't scared." Hey, what the hell am I talking about? Jaws. I saw Jaws this weekend. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out a little something. Man, as y'all come on in, y'all go ahead on and hit the thumbs up button, man. Let's go on and move on to something else. I wasn't scared. Don't tell me nothing. I'm a grown man. Ain't scared of no doggone fish. And I'm outside the water. I won't be going to nobody pool this summer. Nope. I ain't going on nobody boats. Nothing this summer, cause I ain't scared of Jaws, but you know, Jaws ain't real, but you know, yeah. I don't know what's out there in that damn water. I don't know what's in the water. He said, Willie, the movie stars song swimming at night, trying to skinny dip. Anything you get snatched under the water. Yes, listen. They snatched them babies in them bathing suits. She go under. Oh my God. Damn. That was the cute one. He killed the baby. Listen. They did not care. Jaws did not care. The directors didn't care about bad business and all that shit. No, man. That's probably where they get the term skinny dipping. A lot of you sisters was outside, ain't I promise you. Yeah. I ain't scared. I'm just cautious. You know what I'm saying? They mouths big and shit. They was eating people who were like 6'1", 6'2", so I don't know. I really don't even must be knowing like how they be getting ate. I know. It's the water and the fish got the upper hand, but I still don't think that like a big shark could just eat me. I don't think it can get me in their mouth. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a superhuman or something, but I just don't think that they can just Bite a player. I got stuff to do, dog. If I see him coming, I'm gonna push out. Go ahead on, Playboy. What you doing? Go ahead. Get off me. Playing like that right there. Mm-hmm. You say, I bet your jaws are silly enough to eat up in with a BBL. He might spit that there back out. Mm-hmm. All them little chemicals and glues and stuff like that right there. Say no did it. No did it. No did it. I don't know why, but no did it. Here we go, y'all. DCF. Let's talk about DCF real quick. Y'all, if y'all just not coming on in, man, hit a thumbs up. I mean, it's a slow moving month. I'm trying to give y'all a little something. It really ain't gonna hurt y'all with the way that y'all trying to live out here in these doggone street. Ooh. They got beat up. She got beat up. That's what's up. Shout out to all the ladies who be getting beat up. Listen, y'all really don't lose like no. Women don't lose points with men when they get beat up. We be wanting to, like, if you get beat up, that kind of sort of make us like wanna be with y'all more or something like that right there. It's like we kind of want to save you more. Like if we see y'all get like drug and shit, I mean really, really drug. Like, God damn, y'all done got whoop. A player want to come up there and hug in there. Goddamn thing, God damn, baby. And put on the ice pack on you and put some cream on that thing, baby. We be wanting to talk to you. Everything going good with the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to help a baby out. As she done got whooped, we do not look down on a baby who done got whooped. We be like, well, this is one who you can really work with her. A female that can't fight, that don't like to fight, can't fight, don't like to fight, and just got beat up, we can work with them type of women right there because they will listen. They will listen. It's hard to deal with these. Now, listen, it takes a strong man to deal with these chicks who can fight and they ain't never like lost a fight. Oh, tough little bit. I'm trying to tell you something. Anyway, DCF. Y'all, we got to talk about DCF. DCF has been failing, like we have been saying. I think I said it last week that DCF been failing since like last year or like up to the last 5 or maybe 10 years. DCF have been failing because a lot of children that has been leaving Earth, been dying and stuff like that. DCF has had them children in their custody at one point in time. And then they end up giving the child back to their mom or them. You know what I'm saying? Notice. We don't hear about children being taken away from the fathers. And then we don't hear about children giving back to the fathers. I say give back to the fathers. Shout out to Logan for the $2 super chat. Say laugh out loud. You say if she get out of line, call Keisha. Keisha don't whoop that before. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you watch your goddamn mouth. I'm about to call Keisha them. No, Willie. Okay, I don't want to fight the vote no more. All right. Yeah. Say, whoa, you say you lying. Say, I remember that video that you did about the baby who got scalped. Oh, remember that one? Jesus. She did get scalped. Oh, that shit was so nasty. Oh, Jesus. And now I'm thinking about it. Oh. Whoo, y'all got to stop doing what you're doing out here. All right. Let's be professional. They want $1,800 for that. That's too much doggone money. Anyway, we got a little situation. DCF won't come in. Typically, when things happen, DCF, they typically give us the same answers, like we cannot comment on open cases or something like that right there. It's against the law for us to say something. But anyway, remember I just did the story about the 7-year-old girl who got stomped to death. Remember, I said, damn, the mama stomped the baby in the abdomen. Like if she was on the ground, her mama stepped on her chest, like stomped on her chest, made a poop and all that. Yeah. Now we trying to hold DCF accountable because of this situation right here. We finna go to the state attorneys, and I do believe this is out of Florida. It's out of Florida, I think so. We finna take it to the state attorney. DCF need to be held accountable. They dropping the ball. They giving these babies back to these good mammies out here in the street, and these mammies don't want these babies.
CBS 12 News at 5:30.
I think this West Palm Beach.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the agency with the most important mission in the state.
Yeah.
Keeping children safe. But we have seen some recent cases.
Don't do that. That's the most important in the state. We don't care. We love kids.
Cases here in Palm Beach County where the judgment calls from Florida's Department of Children and Families have been highly questionable, and they've resulted in death.
The CBS 12 News I-Team has been working to hold DCF accountable, but top officials have repeatedly declined to go on the record. Instead, the agency responds with a brief email statement, typically just 2 or 3 lines, saying that they can't answer our questions due to confidentiality concerns.
I-Team Chief Mike Magnoli is here now. And Mike, the latest case involved a 7-year-old girl from Riviera Beach.
Liz, she was hit with such force and so many times in the stomach that she died from her injuries. Her mom is accused of first-degree murder. She's pleading not guilty. Now, despite a history of red flags, DCF put that girl back with the mother, and I spoke with 2 experts who say that Florida could take this as a wake-up call, that the whole system needs major reform.
Facts.
This house on West 15th Street in Riviera Beach is where a child's murder and a history of abuse are now under investigation. Our camera caught this moving truck, and a man with boxes and bags labeled biohazard material had just loaded up the back. We're not sure if that's connected to the disturbing case that's now headed to court, but here's what police tell us about what they uncovered. Back in April, paramedics arrived here and found 7-year-old Nia Williams unresponsive. She would later die at St. Mary's Medical Center. Blunt force trauma to the abdomen, the autopsy concluded. The story that 32-year-old Nikisha Williams told...
Shout out to Nikisha. Shout out to Nikisha. She got that, that's old finger wave. That baby got them finger waves. Do your thing, sister. Go ahead.
To the abdomen, the autopsy concluded. The story that 32-year-old Nikisha Williams told cops didn't make any sense. How did her daughter end up in such bad shape? During May and June, Riviera Beach Police and the Palm Beach County State Attorney's Office looked into this, and 2 weeks ago, a grand jury indicted Nikisha Williams. The charges: first-degree murder and child abuse. Police records reveal investigators interviewed a witness who said Nikisha jumped on top of Nia and stomped her in a fit of rage over cereal spilt on the floor. Now here's what we know about the Department of Children and Families.
I knew the 7-year-old had to do something.
Previous involvement. Nia was in foster care for a while and then living with relatives. Then Nikisha got custody back. In 2021 and 2022, the little girl was hospitalized with injuries that suggested abuse. And there were long spells where Nia was missing from school or showing up in dirty clothes.
Truancy.
Family friends say they contacted DCF with concerns, and in fact, police say DCF was hovering 26 days before the child's death. Here's Richard Wexler, Executive Director of the National Coalition for Child Protection Reform.
DCF workers are overloaded with false allegations made to the hotline that never should have been made. They're overloaded with needless investigations of cases that never should have been investigated. They're overloaded taking away children needlessly.
That's the great point. Why don't they ever try to put them with their fathers? I do believe that because in society we want to continue to demonize the children because, well, hey, watch it. Because of money. Let me just sum it up. Because of money. If the children continue, especially DACA kids, if DACA kids continue to be raised by their mothers, the justice system is going to get filthy rich. The jails and everything is going to get filthy rich. The failures and children doing killings and crimes and all that shit, everything works together when you let these children be being raised by single mothers. Black single mothers. We are failing in the community. I know, not all.
And putting them in foster care. All of that steals the time that should be going into carefully investigating cases like this one.
I know what you're thinking. Willie, you just can't put all the onus on mothers. You just can't do it. What about the daddies that's leaving the kids? Well, if the daddies who is leaving the kids, the children should still turn out well. I want y'all to think about that. Shout out to the mothers who have raised decent children and the fathers died in war, or they just died from health issues, and or they got killed in like an accident or something like that, and that mother had to raise the children, and the children, they turned out fine because she continued to raise her children properly and or respectable and with education and information. And those children, they end up just fine without the father, because the father passed away or something like that. So if the father is not there, it's still the mother's fault. It's still the mother's fault. It's not, hey, man. Hey, not all.
When the I-Team began looking into Florida's DCF back in 2022, I introduced you to Shakima Glover, who had her kids taken away, but she fought to get them back and won in that legal battle. Glover is now advocating for change across this entire system. In her case, her kids were returned to her, and they found safety and stability in her home.
They found safety and stability in her home. Shout out to T. Lee for the $5 super chat. Say 8 out of 10 single mothers, including mine, left the father. Men aren't leaving women, and kids like that. Hey, listen, I've been making that argument for years. Players ain't leaving chicks because of the baby. Who came up with? Women came up with men is leaving the women with the baby. Let me explain. The ones who they is talking about is the people who just smash one another. She got pregnant and kept the baby. Men ain't leaving whole damn relationships because she got pregnant and had a baby. That's not what we, although the majority of time women get pregnant, we don't want the damn baby. We don't leave the relationship because you had the baby. We just deal with it even though we did not want the child. The ones who is leaving the babies don't even have relationships with these chicks.
In the Williams case, the exact opposite happened.
Okay.
Glover says anytime a child is in a situation where the mom is about to lose or regain parental rights, they need a licensed attorney to represent them. As it stands, the child is guided through the legal proceedings by a guardian ad litem.
Attorneys for children is vitally important because everyone in a DCF dependency case is represented. And they say the child is the center of these cases, so why does a child not have representation? That makes no sense. So who is the voice for that child? Who really is there to speak on that child?
That's a good thing. And I am in agreement. The child needs representation. The child needs voices. The child needs somebody to speak for the child. That's a great point. But then we also need whoever is speaking for the child, the lawyers, the attorneys who would be speaking for the children, they need to be logical attorneys or lawyers. They should not be biased. I know it's difficult to find out whether somebody is biased. Hell, the only way that we can find out if somebody is biased towards mothers and fathers, we would have to look at a track record. That's pretty much it. But just off top, just in my opinion, they need to be non-biased attorneys and really find out, because they keep saying this word, the best interest of the child. And for some reason, they don't give the children to the father. They will give a child back to the mama, got 6, 7 children on all type of assistance and shit. They living in straight filth, roaches and all type shit. But as long as they got food in the cupboard, which is sponsored by food stamps, the one who needs assistance, they keep the child with that parent.
In Florida laws, Chapter 39 deals with child proceedings. Glover says major reform is needed there, and she'd like to work with local legislators to introduce her ideas based on her experience. Beyond that, she says DCF needs to change the way they engage with struggling mothers.
See, she had 4 children. They took them. She got them back. Listen to what he just said right here. Watch this.
Glover says major reform is needed there, and she'd like to work with local legislators to introduce her ideas based on her experience. Beyond that, she says DCF needs to change the way they engage with struggling mothers.
Bam. Stop it. Stop it right there. DCF need to change the way that they deal with struggling mothers. Struggling mothers. How do y'all think that DCF need to engage with struggling mothers? How do y'all think? What should DCF do to help struggling mothers? Here we go again. Help again. They already struggling mothers, they typically get assistance. If you get assistance, you cannot afford to take care of your children alone. You're not independent, that means that you're dependent. Y'all also get assistance, and a lot of time, not all, but a lot of them is also getting child support. A lot of them, from the time they had their first child, they have been this struggling mother. Then they will have another one while being a struggling mother. And another one. And notice every time they have these children, they add another child to their case. You know, because you have to update your case with Section 8 and with the food stamp people. Because you have to keep adding dependents. So if they have been dependent since the first baby, they still need help with the second baby. And the third, they always been struggling. From the time they had their first child, they were struggling. You say, Willie, you know it's a lot of absentee good daddies around here. You say they done moved on and created another broken family in these streets or at the resort. You got a good point. I just don't like the part to where you say, or like when people say, broken family. Problem was they was never a for the most part, they was never a family. For the most part, they just smashing. We just smashing chicks like that right there, and we are not taking the proper precautions. Who should take the most precaution? Women should take the most precaution because you left with the damn baby. You was left with the final decision. So you should take the most precaution, but we both need to take the precaution if we don't want to have children. But we was never a family. And truth be told, women don't want no family like this, right? Women don't be wanting no goddamn family because women be trying to smash too. Just saying. So there is some. But for the most part, we don't be families. We just really don't be families. And typically, women typically break up in relationships more than men. You say, I know why, Willie, because she don't want nobody else around the kids. That's why the father never gets him. Yeah. These mothers want full control over these little human beings. The reason that they fight so hard and don't want the father to get the child, it's because the child is money. Say it's rare to find somebody in the family courts that doesn't see the father as an enemy. You absolutely correct about that. Oh, right. Say, Willie, they were struggling before the first baby. Facts. And the reason that the majority of females struggle before the first baby because no plan was created to have the baby in the first place. Y'all know we just be out here hunching. But there's so many females that don't mind having a baby. When you don't mind having a baby and you broke, the mindset, though, dog. Bitch, you can't even buy yourself an outfit. You can't even go clubbing the way that you want to club and hang out the way that you want to hang out. Go to the mall and buy the outfits that you want to get. Bitch, you can't go to Rainbow Dots or none of that fly shit. To Ross Marshalls or nothing whenever you want to buy you new outfits, because that's really what y'all, like, the majority of y'all be caring about. Bitch, you can't get your nails and your hair done like you want to. I didn't say you couldn't get it done. I say like you want to. A lot of y'all, hairdos is 2 and 3 months when you typically will switch it up in 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all need refills and shit like that right there. This bitch is down bad. And you don't mind having a baby. You can't afford you. This is the decision women is making. It's not even a man's decision. This is what women is making, and then complain later on when they realize I can't pay for this. Well, hell, they automatically know that there is assistance. I guarantee you, take the assistance away, more mothers will give the child to the fathers. More mothers will stay with the fathers. Less women will break up families. Less women would fight for custody for the children because now it don't benefit them. And this is why I think that men would make better parents, because even though it's rare, but a man can get assistance while he have his children, men don't seek assistance like that when they have their children. So when we want the kids or we take on the kids, we're not taking on the kids as assets. We take on the kids knowing that children is a liability to us. Damn, I just thought about that. Boy, you smart than a 5th grader. For real though. Women keep the children and take on the children and fight you for the children because the children is an asset to them.
Engagement. That goes to speaking to when you are.
Oh, wait. Let me bag it up because I lost the train of thought, but they was talking about help.
Work with local legislators to introduce her ideas based on her experience. Beyond that, she says DCF needs to change the way they engage with struggling mothers.
Oh, and I want to point this out. This son is older than these girls. I don't know if these girls is twins. They could be twins, but they are run me by 4, maybe 5 years old. I can almost guarantee you with him, she struggled. With him, she struggled. Probably not a lot, but had a little struggle. When she got pregnant with Diesel, I guarantee you she was still struggling. Or she was struggling. Now, mind you, take him because he's probably 10, 12, some shit like that right now. And they probably 5, 6 years old, right? If that, 4, 5. And then she had another one while struggling with those 3. But she wants DCF and the system. Did she say learn how to work with struggling mothers?
Introduce her ideas based on her experience. Beyond that, she says DCF needs to change the way they engage with struggling mothers.
Engagement. That goes to speaking to when you're approaching that family. When y'all sitting around the round table making decisions on how you're going to effectuate services and substantiate services for that family. How are you engaging with that family? Is it a caring approach where you say, how can I help you or how can we help you? Or are you penalizing that person for not understanding how to maneuver their crisis?
Or you penalizing, not understanding. Oh, she wants DCF to have feelings. She wants DCF agency or the employees to be sympathetic. And I just want to say, the more sympathetic, because the majority of the workers at DCF CPS is female. Excuse me. The majority of the workers It's females and mothers. A lot of them, now listen. A lot of them who work for the system, they be struggling mothers themselves. And the one thing that I have noticed about those women, they look down on you struggling mothers. She have a point with it now. They do look down. They act like that they better than you because she's taking your children. You know what I'm saying? So right now she got the power. So this is why they look down on you other mothers. Now mind y'all, that worker is damn near in the worst position that you is in, but don't nobody know it yet. You know what I'm saying? But if she want for these same women to have more sympathy, and we already have a problem with DCF accountability, this shit is not gonna help.
Help you, or how can we help you? Or are you penalizing that person for not understanding how to maneuver their crisis?
I don't think they're penalizing for not knowing how to maneuver the crisis. If DCF is involved, if DCF gets involved, either somebody call hating on you or something happened to where DCF had to be involved. Now, if somebody just hating in DCF come in, then I wouldn't say that that's really, really a you problem. But if somebody hating in DCF come in and now they find probable cause of where they need to go out and take your goddamn children, then that is a you problem. But if nobody hated on you, but you end up with a DCF case, that's a whole you problem. There's something you did that alerted that alerted DCF that, listen, we need to be involved. Am I right or wrong?
Glover says the DCF workers that she dealt with left her with this impression.
It was that check the box. It was that manila folder. Your family's a manila folder, and I have my own to worry about. At the end of the day, I have to get a paycheck to pay my bills.
Did you just hear? Did y'all just hear what I just had done said? The majority of the workers are females, and the majority of them are mothers. She said that their thought process is, I got my own kids to worry about, and I need a check.
Workers that she dealt with left her with this impression.
It was that check the box. It was that manila folder. Your family's a manila folder, and I have my own to worry about. At the end of the day, I have to get a paycheck to pay my bills. It was never that I empathize with you. I can sympathize with that. I have a personal experience too. I can relate to you. So how can I work with you? How can I help you? It was always, oh, the system say you're unfit, mom.
Do y'all understand that if the system didn't have standards, there would be more children in harm's way? If the system sympathized the way that she wants the system to sympathize, we will have more deaths caused by mothers. If the system wasn't there, if they didn't have these standards, they want them to, okay, I've been through what you done been through, so I understand. And do you know how many kids would be left in the same situations that DCF will call round there to check on them children by? If women sympathize, because they've been through it too. I've been through the way I couldn't feed my kids, so I can sympathize that you ain't got nothing inside your cupboards, because that's one of the standards. If they come to your home and you ain't got no food, they gonna take your children. If you ain't got no food in the Frigidaire and some food in the cabinet, they gonna take your children. I don't care if you was just about to go, if you was just about to go to the store and all that right there. If you got no food, they gonna take your children. Now imagine if they didn't have that standard. When there's so many women who is running down to help me spots and shit, you know what I'm saying? So many women is at these food banks. Oh, there's more women than men at the food banks. But the women get assistance to have children, and they have what's the opposite word of the liability? And they have all of these assets. They have all of this help, and they got a monkey, and y'all at the food bank more than men. Y'all get all the damn help, and y'all need more help. It seems to me that the system is very sympathetic to women with children. See, because the women without children, they don't get assistance.
Glover says that she hopes the death of Nia Williams can be a catalyst for DCF to do some self-evaluation.
It's not going to be a catalyst for nothing, because this is not the worst case, and this is not the only case. This is just the one where y'all is just deciding, you know what, we need to look into DCF. We need to try to hold them accountable. We need to do something different. That's it.
And for lawmakers to start thinking about how they can possibly improve this system through legislation, Liz.
So...
Right. Programs, food bank, public aid, court system, etc.
What does DCF say about this case?
I want to show the viewers at home this statement. Put it up on the screen here. They say the Florida Department of Children and Families investigates all child deaths related to allegations of abuse, neglect, and abandonment in close coordination with law enforcement. Information specific to this case is confidential per section 202 Florida statutes. So, Liz, that's nearly the same thing that they tell us every time one of these cases comes up.
Even with the case on Singer Island with Heather Opsnicks,
right?
With her little, was it a 5-year-old boy?
Yes.
Yep.
That little one ingested fentanyl from an apple juice bottle.
Apple juice. Bitch got fentanyl in the apple juice now.
And mom is charged with negligent manslaughter in that case. Was asking DCF about what they were doing because they were hovering around this. She lost her parental rights. And she was on a plan as part of a plea agreement where DCF was supposed to be checking in with her. That was after one of the children was left in a hot car.
Right.
And we were asking DCF, okay, what was she supposed to be doing? How would she have been in compliance of that plan? And they didn't have any answers. And they told us it's confidential.
It's confidential on the plan that they had for this mother whose child got a hold of some apple juice with some fentanyl in it. This bitch get an opportunity to get her child back, and her child got a hold of apple juice with Fenny in it. You know, when they show us when they show us on the screen, when they damn it, cause that's a quarter. Bitch, I thought I had a nickel. Damn it, I thought I had a dime. But when they show us, I got a little screw. Like when they show us like a little screw, like that right there, that can kill 3,800 people. This little bit of fentanyl can kill like 3,800 people. She gets an opportunity to get her child back. They said at the beginning, you know, because we is about the safety of the children. She has an opportunity to get the children back. Yeah. Say one DCF worker could have anywhere from 800 to 150 cases that can't pretend to care for all of them. Yeah. Facts. I just think that they need to start doing their job faster. Let me explain something to y'all. Like I had them said last week, I think that the major difference in men and women is men is more solution based and they're faster with their solution base. Men make decisions quick. Because we got to. We make decisions quick. Women, they want to think it through. Not that it's bad to think it through, but they want to think on some shit. They want to hold it on their brain. So, in my opinion, with all of these doggone cases, it take too long with each case. I do understand that some cases take a little bit more time, but in general, women take too long to do shit. Yeah. The car's on fire. What should we do? Try to put the bitch out. That's a man. Damn it, let's grab something and put the bitch out. The woman, how am I calling you? So you ain't gonna try to, nah. We just gonna scream it out, right? We ain't finna do nothing to it, right? Got it. Not all. This system is sympathetic to women.
So we're going to keep pressing this agency about these cases, but it's incredibly hard when that is their go-to answer for all of our questions.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, good report. Thanks, Mike.
I want to just tell you real quick about our next course of action here. We're going to send this reporting and our previous reporting to the Attorney General's office, and we're going to ask them to open up an investigation into the way DCF handled these two cases, and I'll let you know what the AG says.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
You tried to cut him off too fast with me. This ain't gonna solve anything unless a law gets changed or something. She said, I took Finney and smiled. Yeah, no. She got a rash on her face. Who, Susie? I think that baby name. Baby, look, mess out here in these streets. That's what's up. Baby on that good. Baby was on that good. Do you, sugar? You know, but maybe one day, maybe there will be changes. Maybe one day. We can hope for the best. We can hope for the best. Let's see if I can ask my AI la something real quick. How many children have died in DCF custody in the last 5 years? Let's see if they got one for it. It is difficult to determine the exact number of children who have died in DCF custody, Department of Children and Family custody in Florida, specifically over the past 5 years due to the lack of readily available centralized data. However, reports indicate that hundreds of children die annually from abuse or neglect in Florida. Bitch, I ain't asked y'all about that right now. I asked in DCF custody. You can't give me like 10, maybe 12, 19. You can't give me nothing, but you can tell me that a hell of a lot of children, hundreds of children die annually from abuse and neglect in Florida. You can tell me that right now. I think my AI la bias. I think she biased a little bit. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much. Hold you. Let me get that off my screen. We ain't gonna touch on that. We ain't gonna touch on that because that really ain't what it ain't. Whoa, slow me down. Which one is this one? Oh, Jesus. Oh, whoa, hold on. Oh, I still had that right up. Oh, we got a little quick one. Shout out to all you mamas. Shout out to all you mamas who have a son husband. Shout out to all y'all with the son husbands out here. One who is willing to take it to the door. One who is able ready to do anything for your son. Gonna put it up on screen. We have a mother of a man accused of bringing a gun to the CJC arrested. I don't know what the CJC is, but here we go.
Well, just a few days ago, authorities arrested the man accused of bringing a gun into the Criminal Justice Center, and now his mother is accused of helping him after the incident. Deshonda Owsley is charged with tampering with evidence.
Look at Deshonda. She was supposed to do that.
The sheriff's office says she hung up on deputies as they told her her son was wanted. Investigators believe she also may have helped him hide key evidence. Owsley's son, Dedrick Patterson, is believed to be the man who slipped a gun into 201 Poplar. According to court records, Patterson started using a wheelchair 3 years ago after he was injured in a shooting. Tonight, he's charged with carrying a weapon into a courtroom, taking contraband into a penal facility, and possession of a prohibited weapon.
So somebody need to be fired. Somebody need to be fired because this was the video I did where Buddy took the picture and I said somebody need to be fired because ain't no way that you supposed to be able to get by these people with the firearm right there. Oh, silly ass little boy. Just as stupid. Now, why would he take this picture and upload it? But like I had done told you good people, if you just can't keep it off the internet, record, and upload. Do us a favor. Help us out. Help entertain us.
Patterson is believed to be the man who slipped a gun into 201 Poplar. According to court records, Patterson started using a wheelchair 3 years.
Now listen, this person need to be fired. This person here, the other person that's at the gate, they need to be fired.
Years ago after he was injured in a shooting.
She walked in with a bag. Now, what I'm thinking, if he came in the wheelchair, And I guess that he can't go through this thing because it's metal. And I'm thinking that the wheelchair is aluminum, so it may react as like metal or something like that. And he's probably sitting on the firearm. And when he do like the little taser thing, like little one thing, it don't pick up things from up under the booty. I don't think it'll pick up things from, and or if it don't pick up things from up under the booty, even when he's scanning and he got metal parts and stuff like that, it'll throw off the wand. I think that it'll throw off the wand. You know what I'm saying? So they need to be fired.
Tonight, he's charged with carrying a weapon into a courtroom, taking contraband into a penal facility, and possession of a prohibited weapon.
This fool got out the car. This fool either got out the car.
The sheriff's office says she
got out the car, got off the train, got off the bus, left the house. I want y'all to think about this. He left the house with that fire. This is in Chicago, right? No, 102 Poplar, Memphis. It's that dangerous in Memphis that now that you was in a wheelchair, that you still need that fire. Well, hell, I don't give a damn what you in. You still do need that fire. But you need the fire to go to the courthouse, though. He could have, watch this. He could have went to court, went to this building, handled his business, and left. Right? Him wouldn't be in trouble, and his mammy wouldn't be in trouble. That's all he had to do. Go handle it, see the people that he went down there to see, get all the information, get all your little paperwork, and take your little hot ass back home. That's all he had to do. No, all y'all need to see. Y'all always got that fire on me. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. We going on out here to Philadelphia. I bet y'all ain't know that there was a mass shooting. I bet y'all didn't know that there was a mass shooting in Philly where we got 3 dead and 10 people injured. Hey, boy, y'all is really, really doing the player solid. Y'all is real entertaining out here in these streets. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
News: shooters opened fire on a crowd of people in Philadelphia's.
Don't do me like
We
that.
are following breaking news. Shooters opened fire on a crowd of people in Philadelphia's Grays Ferry section. 13 people shot. 3 of them were killed. Action News reporter Sharifa Jackson is live at the scene on Edding Street near Dickinson Street with the details for us. Sharifa, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Aliana. At this hour, police, they continue to go up and down the block, making note of every single piece of evidence that they can find on this small block. So far, we've counted more than 60 evidence markers. So it's a lot to sort through. In total, 13 people shot. We know 3 of those victims have died. Now, police say the call came in just before 1 a.m., around 12:55, for the reported shooting. According to the police commissioner, officers, they were actually nearby responding to another call, and they heard the gunshots and rushed to the scene. Now, police say they've responded here to this exact block, the 1500 block of South Edding Street, Saturday night into Sunday morning for issues including loud music, large gatherings over the weekend, and they made arrests. Officers, they were sent here throughout the day and weekend to check on the block and just do some patrols. Now, investigators say they are not exactly sure what was happening here during the latest incident, leaving so many people injured. The police commissioner, he had some very strong words for whoever is responsible. Take a listen.
Yeah, this is coward stuff. This is when you see the size of this block. I mean, just individuals just shooting randomly into houses, into cars, children out here. I mean, this is coward, wannabe thug stuff. You know, this is stuff that it's hard to understand why individuals engage in this behavior. But as we do in all of our investigations, we will get to the root cause and we will bring those individuals to justice.
The root cause is households.
Yeah, this investigation is only beginning, and we know the victims, they were taken to various hospitals, some by private vehicle. Police say that they transported 8 of the victims to hospitals. We know 2 of the victims who are currently in the hospital are juveniles. They are expected to be okay, but we're not told much about a potential suspect or suspects. One person was taken into custody. Police say they had a weapon, not exactly sure of his involvement in all of this. Police believe that there are multiple shooters. We're live from Grays Ferry. Sharifa Jackson, Channel 6 Action News. Matt?
And Sharifa, a heavy police presence remains outside Presbyterian Hospital, where several of the victims from the mass shooting are being treated. New video shows a number of people gathered outside while police tape surrounds some of the vehicles parked near the hospital in University City. We reached out to Philadelphia police to find out whether this is related to the shooting on Edding Street and are waiting to hear back.
Boy, you dog, you folks. Watch. Tell me if y'all see any lighter hues.
Two of the victims from the mass shooting are being treated.
Right here. Any? Nah, y'all don't see nothing?
New video shows a number of people gathered outside while...
Anybody? Any lighter hues? No.
Police tape surrounds some of the vehicles.
See that baby got on that long bonnet. She was in bed and then she ran on up to the hospital to see who was who.
Tape surrounds some of the vehicles parked near the hospital in University.
Yeah, we got some stray hair. We damn it, and we got a stray hair. Hold on. She may be our Spanish sister right there. She may be our Spanish sister right there, and or she could be a dark hue sister with a straight wavy. A straight wavy. I just made that up. But she could just have some straight hair on or something like that. She probably got an old nice little lace front. You know, ain't no telling.
Parked near the hospital.
Darker hue is my point. We have been in the news heavy this weekend. Y'all keep up the good work. I'm just saying, hey, boy, if y'all like it, I love it. If y'all gonna keep giving the players some news, I'm gonna keep reporting on it. One more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all this right here. We gotta play it. What did he do? I didn't even watch this right here, but just the title. The title alone made me like, we talk too much. Just wanna, woo. Y'all gotta stop telling on yourselves. Say, Willie, get all the content that you can. I'm sure enough trying to. I am sure enough trying to. I just lighter hue parents listen to their parents on house rules. You would think, watch this. Black mothers has always played, well, not has always, but for as long as I can remember, played this tough woman role. Then why are the children so out of hand? You know, because black mamas will get you told. Black mamas beat your ass wherever you mess up at. Then how's the children just outside and just acting their ass out here? The only person that the kids fear is the mother, right? But do they really fear the mothers? See, back in my day, we feared the mothers. Hell, we feared the daddies because we feared the men in the community. But we feared our mother. We didn't want our mom with their ass. Now, I'm not saying that we didn't do shit. But we didn't get in so much trouble to where the mothers found out. You see what I'm saying? Now they don't give a damn. It's all on social media about the things that they are doing, and the mothers could see it. They not afraid of their mamas either. But they will give their mothers more respect than anyone else. They respect their mothers more than any other human being, in my opinion. But no, dog. They wild as shit out here in these streets. We have a man who confesses, told already before he even have a lawyer, confesses to rape and accused of attacking a hotel worker in Doral. Here we go.
News tonight at 11, though, we are learning this man who was accused of attacking and raping a woman is also accused of attempted.
Don't do me like that.
If you urinate excessively, feel extreme fatigue, or have blurred vision due to diabetes, place this under your tongue.
Place that under your tongue. Do
Both
something
incidents,
positive.
though, we are learning this man who was accused of attacking and raping a woman is also accused of attempted murder. Both incidents happening within days of each other. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrell is outside of TGK, where that man remains in custody tonight.
Vasniel Hernandez is facing several felony charges across multiple jurisdictions following an alleged crime spree over multiple days this week. Doral police responded to this scene along Northwest 82nd Avenue and 12th Street on Friday. New information released by police says Hernandez physically assaulted a female employee at the Doral Inn and Suites. He's now charged with burglary and attempted second-degree murder. Hernandez is also facing charges in connection with an incident that happened Thursday. According to the arrest affidavit from the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, Hernandez hit a woman in the back of the head with a rock near Northwest 7th Street and 72nd Avenue.
We hit him over with rocks in the head out here in these doggone streets like a little pimp out here. Look, you say that white ain't it, baby.
He allegedly then dragged her into a secluded area, holding a screwdriver to her neck, punching her several times as she tried to escape.
We hitting chicks with rocks and taking the monkey.
The arrest documents also reveal Hernandez forced the woman to perform sexual acts before raping her.
I don't understand. I would never understand that he held a screwdriver. He held her with a screwdriver after busting her upside the head and forced her sexual acts, which is typically oral. It's oral, so she had to do a little something. Players, I don't understand how y'all play with yourselves like that right there. You gonna force a baby with a shank to give you some fellatio. I don't. Y'all some real strong men. I mean, mentally, y'all some real strong men. I don't know how y'all leave y'all thing out there just to be possibly bit off. Just because you think you told her that you gonna kill her, that's gonna protect your meat from being bit off. I do understand that sometimes it do, but who is gonna be the fall guy for when that threat does not stop your meat from getting bit off? Jeez, somebody need to pray for y'all.
The woman was left with several lacerations, abrasions, and contusions from the incident. After he was done, he took off running. Authorities say Hernandez confessed to raping the woman when he was arrested by Doral police.
And why y'all don't be... I'm gonna leave it alone.
At this time, Hernandez is being held right behind me at TGK and has yet to appear before a judge for bond. In West Miami-Dade, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.
Damn. And he done confessed, and now he finna go to jail, and y'all know how they be treating dudes in jail for raping a female. I never really understood the punishment of raping a man after he raped a female. Like, I never just... I guess to see how I feel. Well, I guess they raping the man to show him how it feel to be raped. But the difference is, typically when men rape a woman, it's not anally, it's vaginal. Typically. And that's actually where a penis is supposed to go. It's in the vagina. It's made for it. And this is why I also say a man getting raped is worse than a female getting raped when it's vaginal. Just saying. He said they must haven't seen Shawshank Redemption. Got to be more careful. Boy, y'all give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all done made it to the end of the Nightly News on this wonderful Monday, a slow-moving Monday, July the 7th, 2025. I hope that y'all enjoyed. I hope that you all was entertained. I try to do my best sometimes when I get sometimes to do my best, you know. I said all that there wrong. But anyway, I want y'all to stay alive. Complete the rest of y'all night. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank y'all for being somewhere everywhere, because we was live everywhere. Shout out to Veka Goggles, I think. Veka Googles. Veka Googles. I think that's how you pronounce it, for the $10 rant. I got to say rant. I can't put the first words on it. You say, what the hell is going on since I've been down? Bad players. I've been down. Bad players. A lot been going on. A lot been going on around here in these doggone streets. And I'm gonna try to keep you informed and keep you up to date out here. Hold on. You said they graping him for their own pleasure. That's what I was trying to get to right there. I don't think it's so much about that man graping that woman. I think that who's ever doing the graping likes to grape men. I just really do think that. You say Mr. Williams had a very, very good time in here, learned a lot, laughed a lot, and now I'm looking forward to seeing you in the morning. I appreciate that right there. Joanne's out. That's what's up. Appreciate you for being around here. He said Willie keeps his hair on fleek. You know I try to do what I can do when I can do it with that hair out here. Here, shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. He say he took her running like the Incredible Hulk used to. Bust that baby upside the head. Yeah. It's a damn problem out here, man. Y'all gotta watch y'all backs, man. For real. You say it's about control. You say you're gonna eat your cornbread, huh? You gonna eat your cornbread. Y'all be careful out here, old Andy Dufresne. Shout out to Andy Dufresne for clawing his way out. Andy got on up out that thing with a pick hook or a pick knife or whatever they call it, a pick fork or something. A little bitty thing that they boop, 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 claw his way out. You say, what's for dinner tonight? I think broccoli and ribs. Oh, broccoli and ribs. I'll probably do some cauliflower with it, though. Because I'm finna eat. I'm hungry as hell. Listen, y'all, players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show. So it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. Mess around and lose your little la-la, or your life is your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm Miz. I really do appreciate y'all for watching the player. Thank you. And y'all remember to go around to the number 7 channel, the Willie Williams Show 7, the Willie Williams Show 4 channel, the Accept and Agree channel, the purple, the green, the blue, everywhere. And just for those other channels, those other YouTube channels, go around there to watch standalone videos. I still be uploading. I be trying to show y'all a little something. And I got one that I'm going to upload on the number 4 channel that y'all may want to go ahead on and check on that. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking. Y'all for the go ahead on and getting up out of here. Y'all stay safe, stay alive.